Welcome back to another video, everyone. This is Coaster Daddy, and today I am going to be reviewing the Bat, the 1993 aerodynamic suspended coaster at Kings Island in Mason, Ohio. The original Bat at Kings Island opened in 1981 and was very short-lived, only operating for less than 3 seasons and being down for most of that time due to flawed engineering taking a huge toll on the ride every day of its operation. After that big flop, the Bat was replaced by Vortex, an aerodynamics custom looping coaster. Fast forward 10 years after the Bat's removal, Kings Island is now owned by Paramount Parks, and Aerodynamics is hired to build a new version of their suspended coaster at Kings Island, which had been much improved on after Aero learned the cost of deciding not to bank the track on its original design. Many successful suspended coasters had been built during the time since the original Bat, including Big Bad Wolf and Iron Dragon. The resulting ride for Kings Island would be Top Gun, themed to the movie of the same name and being nestled away in the park away from everything else. Cedar Fair would buy the Paramount Parks in 2006, and Top Gun would be renamed Flight Deck since Cedar Fair did not own the licensing for Top Gun. But for the 2014 season, Flight Deck was given a fresh paint job and renamed the Bat as a tribute to Aerodynamics' first suspended coaster of the same name at Kings Island. Unlike its early namesake, this coaster has been successfully thrilling guests for 26 years now. In order to get to this ride, you must first walk down this extremely long, narrow path that leads to the entrance. This walkway starts over behind Drop Tower, and it can be quite difficult to find since this coaster is located so far away from the entrance and isn't very big in stature, so it doesn't really stick out either. There is a Bat sign located here to help you find it though. It is very much tucked away in the trees. Once you go through this extremely long path and finally reach the queue line, you will approach the station. There really isn't any theming to be found on this ride anymore, just a Bat sign and the logo on the trains. Your ride begins by ascending up a very slow 78-foot tall lift hill, followed by a right turn where you will then go down the first drop, reaching a top speed of 51 miles per hour. The Bat is quite thrilling for a suspended coaster. You will swing to the right and go through a large bank turn, drop back down and swing to the right. From this point, the ride stays much lower to the ground, consisting of swooping turns in alternating directions at high speeds before hitting the final brakes. It is crazy how you hit these brakes because you still have so much speed that the cars are just swinging back and forth quite a bit for several seconds after braking. The Bat is quite a short ride, clocking in at about 33 seconds from drop to brake. However, those 33 seconds are non-stop, high-speed swinging action through the trees and feels much faster than it actually is. Though short, the Bat doesn't really feel incomplete. The track length is 2,352 feet, which is pretty average for suspended coasters. I do really like how the Bat uses the terrain of the park to its advantage, as many of the coasters at Kings Island do. As I mentioned earlier, the Bat is quite fast for a suspended coaster and is certainly one of the more thrilling versions of this model currently operating out there, as many more intense suspended coasters out there are now defunct, notably the Big Bad Wolf, Eagle's Fortress, and the original Bat itself. Flying through this isolated section of the park and so close to many trees really adds a lot to this ride. It isn't super intense and could serve as a wonderful intermediate coaster for someone looking to get into bigger thrill coasters. There aren't great positive or negative Gs featured on this ride and no inversions, but it serves to fill a great spot in Kings Island's coaster lineup and complements other family coasters like Adventure Express and Backlot Stunt Coaster quite well in my opinion. I think it would have been nice to use all of that leftover energy at the end of the ride to add another element or two, perhaps a helix or something like that. As it stands though, it is a great ride. Ultimately, this Aerodynamics suspended coaster has proven to be so much more successful than its predecessor of the same name and has been going strong at Kings Island for over 26 years now and through many name changes. Whether you are curious about venturing into more extreme realms of coasters or you are a seasoned thrill seeker, the Bat is sure to provide a great fast ride with lots of swingy action in its rather short ride experience. It is personally one of my favorite coasters at Kings Island currently, and I feel like a solid score of 7.5 out of 10 is in line for the Bat. Thanks so much again to everyone that watched this review. What are your thoughts on the Bat? Were you perhaps one of the lucky few out there who got a chance to experience the original Bat, and how does it stack up to this Bat? Leave your comments for me so we can discuss those opinions, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more unique content, and like my video if you enjoyed watching. This is Coaster Daddy. Thank you all so much again for watching. Bye.